Good evening. Welcome to the latest edition of Last Bell Boxing, and we're happy to be rejoined by Nicola Hopewell. How you doing, Nick?
Hi, I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, really good. It's been a while since you've been on.
Yes, it has been a while. It's a long
Where,
time for me.
where you been hiding?
Well, a few things going off in the background, so been concentrating on that. But I'm back up and running now, so good to go.
So I've seen you're obviously becoming a bit of a darling on the old Twitter, and putting a load of posts out. And I've seen some of the recent stuff. So let's jump into it straight away. Tell us exactly what's been going on since. Well, I think we spoke to you in December.
Yeah.
Just before the Brighton show that didn't happen, unfortunately, for COVID, and then a lot of things have changed since then. So tell us what's been going on, where you currently are, and then we'll take it from there.
Okay, so in December, back end of December, I left my current gym, my current coach, and then just recently, I found a new gym, a new manager, and recently signed with the British Boxing Board of Control. I'm just waiting now for my license to come through and to get my medical. But yeah, I've got a new gym, and I also go to another gym called Anytime Fitness where I do all my strength and conditioning and stuff. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I'm in a brand new start, really.
So when do you think you'll be out next, Nicola? Have you got a date penciled in or not yet? Or
not yet, but as soon as I'm training now like I was in a fight camp sort of thing, because as soon as I get my license, they can't do anything until I get my license. But then as soon as I do get it, because I've not boxed since October, they want to get me out as soon as they can. So I've started that. Obviously, I've been ticking over anyway, but I'm at gym every day now. I'm getting fit, getting a lot of pad work and like sparring and stuff. So I'm coming on in my boxing as well as my fitness as well. Coming on a lot. Getting one-on-one training. I'm training with lads that I used to train with years ago, because they're at the same gym now. So I have a lot of banter with them. It's a happy gym that I'm at now. So yeah, hopefully not too long.
Nick, just before we go on to the gym and your new coach and stuff, tell us the process of what you got to go through to get a license off the British Boxing Board.
So I've had to keep a training diary because they might ask for that. So I started that about 4 weeks ago when I first started. They said to me, if you're thinking of like switching over and going for your British Boxing Board of Control license, you need to have a training diary, and you have to take that with you and present that just so they can make sure that you've been training, you've got evidence that you've been doing it. I've applied for my license, but now I've just got to wait and get an interview. They interview you like formally, make sure you understand the contract that you've signed with your manager, make sure that you understand the business side of boxing. And then once I've had to print off all my amateur certificates because I didn't have my card since at my old gym. So I printed off all my amateur certificates. I had to send them in, just proof that I was an amateur and at what level as well. So I've got all my certificates like the development championships, national championships, everything like that. So I've had to submit all them. So yeah, I'm just waiting on my interview now. Once I've had my interview, then I'll can go for my medical. So brain scan, blood tests, eye tests, everything like that. And then as soon as I've done that and pass all those, I can get out there.
I was just about to ask you, what does the medical look like? You've kind of touched on it there. How intense is it?
It's quite intense as far as I'm aware. So you just have a normal like license. I'm guessing it's similar what I had before with the blood test, just the general health check sort of thing. Then a brain scan, which I had before anyway, and then an eye test.
You know, you've just touched on the board wanting to see evidence of your amateur career.
Mm-hmm.
Do they take into consideration your pro stuff that you've done with Bieber or not?
Not as I know of. I've been told no. They will concentrate on my amateur stuff. They'll look at it and they'll see what I've done and it's experience, but they will focus more on my amateur stuff now.
You don't lose that record. I know this sounds like a really stupid question. You don't lose that record, do you?
Oh, no, I'll not lose it, but when I sign with the board, I'm starting from zero again. So I'll have my amateur career, I'll have my Bieber career, then I'll have my pro career.
That wasn't as stupid as I thought it was, though.
No. I'm going to be, when I announce that I've got a fight, it's going to be my debut.
Right, okay.
Because I'll be on Box Rec and everything is 0.
Right, okay.
Nicola, how often are they looking to get you out? Because these things must have been discussed, surely.
Yeah, it's been discussed. He wants to get me out probably at least 4 times a year. He asked me, and I said ideally between 3 and 5, and he said that's what he thought as well.
Yeah.
I don't know how easy that's going to be. It's all right saying that, but we don't know how easy it's going to be. But there's going to be there's going to be probably more people to box than there was in Bieber. Because we've had a look, and at Superfly, I think there's 4 in the UK already. Plus we can fly them as well because they've got good contacts. Also for the lads that we've got anyway. So they can fly people in quite easily.
So let's just, while we're talking about management, let's just talk about Joe a little bit.
Yeah.
You've signed with, let me make sure I'm pronouncing this right, Elfid?
Yeah, I believe that's how you pronounce it, yeah.
Joe Elfid. So how did that come about? Where did you meet Joe, and how did the conversation start for him to become your manager?
Well, I didn't jump straight into it. I did look round. But Joe does manage a lot of the lads at the gym that I've been going to anyway. And to be honest, they all say how good he is with them. He does get them on. He does get them out. He does get them on MTK shows. He gets them on Matchroom shows, boxer shows. He does get them out, and he's got the contacts. But I didn't want to jump straight in, so I did have a look round first. But Joe at first when I met, and he put down on the table everything from the first meeting, and throughout the whole thing, it was the best one that I spoke to.
It felt right.
It felt right, and also the lads at the gym are with him as well, and they're all happy with what he's doing,
Right.
and the fights that he's getting them. So it weren't like I didn't know anyone who'd sign with him, and they're so happy with him. So I thought it was a good move because being at the gym, I can tell how happy they are.
Yeah.
And they all had good words to say about him.
Is Joe connected to the gym as well then, or is he a roaming sort of manager that has fighters from other gyms as well?
He's got fighters from other gyms as well. He's from up here, but he lives in Kent now. So he's got quite a few boxes down Kent way. I think he's got a few in. Nottingham, a few here. So he has got a few all over.
So
let's touch on you. Sorry, Carl. Go on.
No worries. So what does your team consist of then, Nicola? Let's have a few names. So you've got. Is it right? You've got a Michael White training you?
Yeah. So Michael White's like the head trainer. I've got Daz Metcalf, who's a trainer, and then we've got Gil White. He's only just done his pro coaching this weekend, but it was he's in England boxing coach as well. So we've got that sort of experience in the gym as well, which I'm used to having like that England style and stuff. So yeah, I've got those 3. Boxing wise, we've got Kyle Fox. So he's had 917. So he's a decent lad. We've got Declan Carnes. So Declan, I used to train with as an amateur. I've known Declan since he was a kid. He's had 4 now, 1-4. Dylan Clegg, he's there. I think he's had 3-1-3. Luke Middleton, he's one of the journeymen of the gym. I don't know how many he's had, but he's had quite a few now. Again, probably about 20, 25, something like that. Yeah. What's the other? Mark Bennett. We've got Mark Bennett. He fought Babic on the match.
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've got him at gym. Yeah, that's about it, really.
Good little stable.
Yeah. And, we've got a kid called Matt Jones as well, but Matt's he's just going through his license, same as me. Hopefully we might get it at the same time because we applied about the same time. So known Matt as well since he was an amateur. So I get on really well with Matt as well. He had a good amateur career, so I think he's going to do quite well as well.
So it's like, sorry, Andy, one more and then I'll let you jump in. It's quite perceivable then that you could be featured on a Matchroom card or a Boxer card, spring, summertime, quite feasibly.
I'd love to if the opportunity came up, and he said he's going to push it as much as he can. So I'm just going to leave it in Joe's hands. He did say he's going to email them all, see what they say. But if a opportunity comes up where I can box, like get me out there on a local show before anyone comes back to him or anything like that, it will get me out there. It will get me out to have my debut as soon as it can. As long as time's right and the fight's right and everything like that.
You know what, Nick? There's going to be a whole crowd of people, fan-wise and within the boxing industry, that haven't seen you before.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, we've touched on this previously. People within the boxing board of control circuit kind of turn their nose up at Bieber a bit.
Yeah.
Whether that's right or wrong is for another day. But the point I'm kind of making is it's a fresh start in a way.
Yes.
And you're going to be on a platform, whether it's at a small all show, whether it's on a bigger platform show like Sky or Boxer or one of those. You kind of got a free start.
Yeah.
And Joe's going to put you in a position where you're going to be put on the show, but then it's down to you to show people what they've been missing.
Yes. Yeah.
You must be really excited about that.
Yeah, I'm really excited. Like the amount of positive messages that I've had as well since Saturday, since I released out there, it's been crazy, honestly. And I'm really excited because all these people just want to come see me fight again, and yeah, it just makes me excited.
Is it likely, especially for maybe your first couple of fights, that you're going to be fighting up kind of North and Ox, Sheffield way to try and build that fan base?
I hope so, yeah. Because we've spoken about this as well. Because obviously we've spoken how many tickets can you sell and stuff like that. Mike, Daz and Gil, they don't think I'm going to have an issue as long as I'm up north and fighting in the right area where I can sell my tickets. And Joe's in agreement. Joe wants to get me the right fights where I live, and so I can get the fans there as well.
So just to clarify, Joe's your manager?
Yes.
Is he a promoter as well, or does he work alongside other promoters for shows?
He works alongside others.
So you can basically, Joe can get you on any promotion then?
Yes.
With no real kind of...
Yeah, I spoke about that, and that seems to be... It's a positive, isn't it?
Of course it is, yeah.
But he can work alongside everybody, and we spoke about it Saturday, like if I do get a promotion deal and it's the right one, we'll all sit down and talk about it, and if it's the right deal, then we go for it, and if it's not and we all agree, we don't go for it. And it's just one of the things where they've said if anything does come up, fight, promotion deal, anything like that, like he comes up from Kent or we jump on a call like this, and there's me, him, Daz, Mike, Gil, we all sit down together, and it's a mutual thing. We all agree, disagree. If we've got any concerns, we'll put it all out on the table.
Are you hoping to follow Ebony Bridges a little bit in terms of pace of getting up them rankings?
I hope so. I hope
because she's done a great great job.
Yeah.
There's nothing you couldn't replicate though, is it? You've got the beginnings of a fan base there, haven't you?
Yeah. When I have a look and like what fans I have got on my social media platform, I've got a lot more than some girls that have had a lot more fights than me.
And a lot more, and to be fair, Nicola, a lot more exposure than you.
Yeah.
You've had very limited exposure of it,
Yeah.
You know what? We've got to hold our hands up, and you've got to be applauded for that, because you've built that fan base and the following you've got on Twitter, as an example. You've done that all by yourself.
Yes.
From nothing.
Yeah, and it's like, it's daft as it sounds, it is like having a full-time job as well, because you have
You don't
to
need to tell me, Nicola. Jesus.
Yeah, you do it for this, don't you? But yeah, it's like you go to work, you go training, then you've got to make sure that you are posting stuff regular, and not just for yourself, like to promote yourself, but if you have sponsors and stuff, you've also got to make sure that you're giving them the right amount of shout outs and like sharing the stuff and everything like that. So you've got to be on it.
Yeah, well, when you're world champion, Nicola, you know, you'll have a social media team behind you, so you won't have to worry about it then. Yeah.
Your sponsors, Nick.
You what, sorry?
Talking about sponsors.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you're going to have a lot of space now for additional people to jump on.
Yes.
And join this ride.
Yeah.
How do they go about getting involved with you if they want to?
If anyone wants to jump on board, just drop me a message. I've got some sponsorship packages that I can share. I've got a sponsorship package about myself. Got a few interviews on there so they can have a look. Like how I come across. There's one of yours on there that they can click on the link and it goes straight to it. So yeah, if anyone wants to jump on board, just let me know. I can share that with them.
And what I'll do also, Nicola, if you send me the link to that and the link to all your socials, I'll post it in the comments box below this interview. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Just going back to your gym, I know from there was a bit of a time gap, wasn't there, from when you left your last trainer in your last gym to when you signed with this one.
Yes.
How many other gyms did you go to and spend a little bit of time with before you made the decision, or was this the first one?
I went to one in Leeds, but all in all, when I thought about it, it was that was a really good deal. But it was too far. I couldn't. I trialed it for 2 days. Work, then to the gym. It's an hour there. Then I training for a few hours. An hour back. I weren't getting in till 10:30, and then by the time I've had food and shower and stuff, it just weren't doable. Then back up at 6:30 next day. It weren't doable at all. So I trialed that one. My sponsor sorted me a training session out in Derby, but again, it's nearly an hour away. I was in the same position. But I'd already been to Fighting Fit and I did enjoy it. But like I said, I didn't want to jump straight in with the first one because it's silly doing that, isn't it? So
yeah.
So yeah, I did trial a few out. And talking about gyms, Anytime Fitness in Worksop, they've gave me a 6 months, it's like a sponsorship. So between that gap where I didn't have anywhere, I obviously had my gym at home, but they really took me under their wing and gave me like 6 months free, which I've been using as well, and using it alongside my boxing now. It fits really well. So just a big shout out to them for that as well.
So what was the name of that gym again?
Anytime Fitness in Worksop.
Anyone that lives in the local area, get yourselves down the gym.
Great effort.
Yeah. So yeah, honestly, like I've made so many new friends there as well, and obviously having that gap between gyms where I didn't have nowhere to go.
Yeah.
I will go in there. I've made some friends, and obviously using all the equipment and stuff, and they just helped me massively during that gap. It's
great having a gym in a room in your house, isn't it? But
yeah.
You can't replicate the feeling of going to an open gym, can you, where people are?
Yeah, and just seeing people and getting out training with people as well, because like I train with people there now as well. Like we arrange sessions and do stuff, so yeah, it's really good.
I just wanted to coming away from what's happening with it at the minute.
Yeah,
there's a couple of really intriguing world title fights for two people you know really well. So this weekend, Tasha Jonas fights for the vacant WBO super welterweight title. I want you to give an honest prediction of what you think is going to happen in the fight.
Honestly, I hope Tasha wins that title. No, is it two weight
She's
divisions?
gone 2 weights up.
Yeah, 2 weights that she's stepping up. So honestly, that is a lot of weight, and I think I'd be scared to do it. Being comfortable at my weight and knowing how big the girls are, even the weight category above me. But I hope Tasha can win that. She deserves that. Honestly deserves a world title.
Yeah.
We've just spoke about it. We've just done a live show, and we've just spoke about it. And everyone's kind of the same opinion.
Yeah.
You know, she's had a couple of world title fights previously to this.
Yes. She's been up against tough people as well.
She has. Well, obviously, Katie Taylor being one of them.
Yes.
Terry Harper being the other one, which I don't know what your opinion is of that, but me and Carl both think that Natasha won that fight.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think a lot of people do. So she's due.
Yes,
you know.
definitely. I'm same agreement with you about the Terry Harper fight as well.
It'd be crying.
She's South Yorkshire, you know. Careful, Nicola. She's a neighbour.
I know.
Yeah, it'd be a crying shame, wouldn't it, if Natasha Jonas left boxing without being a world champion?
Yeah,
she'll win Saturday.
It'd be a massive shame. I think she'll win it though.
Yeah,
she's got the heart.
Okay, the second one, and I'm sure you know where we're going with this.
Yeah, I can guess this one.
Ebony Bridges against Maria Cecilia Roman.
Yes.
IBF bantamweight title.
Yep.
This is obviously, I know how close you are with Ebs.
Yeah.
This is obviously very exciting. Are you going to be going down to this?
Yes, I've got my ticket.
Have you?
Yes.
A bit of inside track then, since you're so close. How's Ebony feeling going into this fight?
I think she's excited for it, and she's training hard. I know that she's training hard. So yeah, I think she'll be pumped on the night. She'll be ready to go, and it's in Leeds as well. And we all know that how much she loves Leeds, and the Leeds fans are all going to be there.
I'm not sure where this affiliation with Leeds has come from. Whether it's Viduka and Harry Kuehl, I don't know, but she's a marketing machine, isn't she? She really is.
Yeah.
And she's a warrior as well.
Oh, she's definitely a warrior. Definitely.
I think that gets overlooked a little bit because of how well she does with her socials. I think people overlook what she's capable of doing in the ring.
Oh yeah, definitely, and she can definitely fight, and she trains so hard as well. Like, I hope she wins that world title. She deserves it. And
plenty of networking then, Nicola. Plenty of networking when you're down at that show. Is that the plan?
Yeah, might as well.
May as well, yeah.
Might as well while I'm there.
Well, you're under British Boxing Board of Control now. It's fair game, isn't it?
Yes.
So.
Get my name out there.
Well, Nick, thanks for joining us. It's been great having you back on. As usual, you know, you're always welcome on this show. We've had you on from very early on. So it's great to see you progressing. You know, me and Carl have always been of the opinion that you should be fighting on British Boxing Board of Control anyway.
Yeah.
So it's great to finally see it.
Thank you.
We'll get along to as many shows as we possibly can.
Yeah, and hopefully they'll be up here anyway. So fingers crossed.
Wonderful. Once again, thanks for coming on, and we'll see.
Thank you.
Yeah, good luck with all, Nicola. Fingers crossed. Okay.
Thank you.